Well, maybe we want to get outside if we can find a little bit more sunshine. It makes it a little bit easier. Depending on where you go, look across the Cascades, checking in at Leavenworth, and not a bad day out there today. The wet weather, though, for a lot of us is going to continue into the weekend, Adam.
It is. So we get the snow levels to rise quite a bit, and that will at least keep things in the form of rain across the passes. I know some people heading for their holiday travel plans here over the next day or two. No worries about the snow in the mountains, but we are going to see some heavier rain, and that's going to come through with temperatures that are in the low to mid 50s for the lowlands, more so in the 40s as you go up into the higher elevations. We do see a drop, though, in temperatures by Monday and Tuesday, and that pattern that we're going to keep, which will keep our temperatures cooler than normal, lasts all the way not only through the weekend but into a good portion of next week too. Why? Well, we keep just seeing more and more systems making their way here across the Pacific Northwest. This one in particular going to hit us with more of the rain earlier into the day tomorrow and then throughout more tomorrow evening. Then we got the one coming in right behind that. As you can see, a small break there. That guy right there is going to start to work its way right towards us, and that's a streamline of moisture, part of an atmospheric river that is going to be more minor to maybe moderate in nature, so not really expecting too much of an impact from it, but it is going to bring in some heavier totals of rain by the time we head into Sunday, just in time, yes, for the holiday. 54 winds coming out of the west at 15 miles per hour. A lot of low to mid 50s here around Puget Sound. We got 40s too up around Port Angeles at 48, so temperatures have been cooler in a few spots, and what we're seeing is most of the rain from our disturbance earlier now heading its way eastward. Last few showers right here, King, parts of Pierce County into the foothill communities there. Otherwise, most of us beginning to dry on out. Still keeping an eye out for the Skokomish River. Flood warning in effect there until we go later on into the night when we do expect to see some of those waters receding again, but it's minor flooding. So again, not a huge concern as of right now, but it could pick up again and start to rise as we go later into the weekend with the next surge of moisture. First one coming in later into the day tomorrow, probably not going to be too much of a hard hitter. We see some light rain as indicated by a lot of the green showing up as opposed to some of those yellows, which would indicate some heavier showers. That will stick around with us for the afternoon hours and heading on into the night. Now I want you to notice the difference in this next wave of moisture that's coming in. That's heading in for Sunday, and then you can see a lot more widespread yellow, some more just starting to show up too, even some periods of red here and there. That all tracks throughout the day on Sunday, and it's still going to hang around even as we head into Sunday night, and then Monday we'll get another surge of moisture coming in right along that boundary with colder air beginning to arrive, so we'll start to see those snow levels come back down and probably more snow expected around Stevens Pass, maybe eventually too around Snoqualmie Pass. So through early Sunday morning, 6 o'clock, more of that rain total will be around a ½ an inch to an inch in most of our locations. But then here we go into Sunday itself. That really expands where we get more of that 2-inch range, which is going to be a lot of the Olympic Peninsula, even some parts here of Puget Sound. So some heavier rain to come throughout the day there. And that's why around Mason County, we'll keep an eye out again for the Skokomish River to start to increase some of its water levels again. Temperatures low to mid 50s next couple of days. There's the cool down on Monday down into the upper 40s, slowly but gradually warming back up into the mid 50s with drier weather later next week.